Christ comes in vision and in the flesh to his devotees. Jesus as an individual personality can reincarnate in two ways, in vision and in the flesh. If you have great devotion, you can see him inwardly exactly as he appeared when he lived on earth. A number of saints have thus beheld him and have relived with him various events of his life. Jesus can reincarnate again at any time in the physical body or in the inner light, according to your devotion and power of concentration. Reincarnation is forced upon most of humanity, but because Jesus has freed himself, he can come or not as he wishes. He can appear to you in flesh and blood right now if you have that complete devotion which is necessary to attract him, but he will not come so long as your devotion is even 1% less than that. Years ago, when I was living and teaching in Boston, I once became so busy that I forgot God for 3 days. The thought of continuing like that was intolerable. I was preparing to pack up everything and leave America. But just then a student of this path came by and asked to meditate with me. As we sat there in meditation, I began to pray, Lord, I love your work here in America, but I love you more than the work, and if I am going to forget you in this country, I will leave. Inwardly, I heard the voice of God. What do you want? Impulsively, I said, I would like to see Krishna and Christ with all their disciples. Instantly, I beheld them on a sea of gold, just as clearly as I am seeing you, and I worshipped them. But in a little while, my mind began to doubt. This is not real, I thought. So I prayed again, Lord, if the vision is true, let the other devotee in this room also see it. My friend suddenly cried out, oh, Krishna and Christ on a sea of gold. Then a new doubt arose. Was it only thought transference? But even as this idea crossed my mind, the voice of God said, when I leave, the room will become filled with the fragrance of the lotus, and whoever comes shall notice it. Each person who later visited me in that room unfailingly asked, what is this strange fragrance of flowers that I smell? For most of his followers, Christ exists as an ideal personage they have read about in the Bible. But to me, he is much more than that. He is real. Once, 8 years ago, he came alone and meditated with me all night long. During that time, I saw a vision of the hermitage. Many other times, I have seen him in visions and talked with him. And that same Christ you too can see. You must be prepared to give up everything for communion with God. He will test you. When you pray and meditate and still you don't see him, but say, Lord, it doesn't matter. You know that I am praying and I am not going to stop until you come, then he will respond. One saint said, I don't care when he comes. I know he will come. That is the attitude one must have. When you make up your mind to work to attain the Christ consciousness that Jesus had, God will help you to fulfill that desire. But first you must attain self-mastery, even as Jesus did. God does not bestow great spiritual powers on devotees until they show him they have conquered their human weaknesses. Otherwise, they might hurt other persons, even destroy whole nations, by misuse of the divine might. Jesus had sovereign power. He could easily have saved himself from crucifixion, but during the agony in the garden he only said, Father, not my will, but thine be done, and on the cross, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. In those final tests he showed he had wholly conquered all ego impulses. When you have unlimited power, as Jesus did, and when everyone spurns you and still you do not retaliate, you are a conqueror indeed.